online at ksje.com. Better yet, watch the visual radio program on Facebook or YouTube. Community-supported, award-winning KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico.
Ten minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Wednesday morning, the 27th day of August, 2025. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Micklin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. We're broadcasting at 103.3 FM in Durango, Colorado, and everywhere else on the planet. You can tune in always from our website, ksje.com, or maybe you're listening through the app this morning. We also want to welcome our viewers joining us, the video streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and YouTube channel as it does. So welcome aboard, everyone. So glad that you are with us. Coming up in the next few moments, my conversation with an update from Farmington Municipal Schools. We'll find out about some of the things that have been going on at the schools as the school year gets underway. That and more coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE. Then later on this hour, we will also be talking about the upcoming Four Corners Film Festival. That'll be happening in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for details about that today at 8:50 a.m. on KSJE. Mick Hess, of course, is here, Roving with the Arts, our weekday classical music program next hour on KSJE. And then, of course, don't forget, 10:30 today, it's right on Four Corners, our local and regional author program. Jel-Cherie Gladden speaking with author Carolyn Starr Rose about her book, The Burning Season. That's coming up at 10:30 today. You can also connect with us on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And you can listen to our podcasts wherever you listen to podcasts, so check those out as well. The KSJE app also has a connection to our podcasts and live streaming and much, much more. So download that from the App Store or Google Play. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is currently a sunny morning so far, 63 degrees. We're expecting a partly sunny day today, another chance of showers, about 50% chance of showers in the forecast. 76 for a high, 59 and clear overnight, a partly sunny day on Thursday with a high near 80 tomorrow. Maybe another chance of showers popping up on Friday with a high near 80, and then sunny skies for the long Labor Day weekend, 81 on Saturday, 83 by Sunday, mid-80s on Monday, lower 80s again with sunshine next week. Back with my guests with more right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. The caregivers of San Juan Regional Medical Center are committed to bettering the quality of life, health, and care of individuals, families, and our communities. Life is their sacred trust. Better is their mission. Here is their home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, improving the health of the Four Corners since 1910.
KSJE is proud to support the 45th Annual Cancer Walkathon, Saturday, September 13th, 2025. The event begins and ends at Lock Street Eats in downtown Farmington. All walkers raising $50 or more get a T-shirt. Proceeds support the Connolly Hospitality House, a home away from home for patients undergoing cancer treatment. Form a team, register online, find out more at SanJuanMedicalFoundation.com.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Micklin Morning Program on KSJE.
My guest this morning, as I mentioned, from Farmington Municipal Schools. Always great to have Superintendent Cody Diehl here in the studio with me this morning. Mr. Diehl, good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Thanks
Welcome back. Good to have you here. As we mentioned, the school year up and running, huh?
Yeah, I think we've had I guess I'll describe it as a zealous start. A lot of enthusiasm, people eager to get back. I'm excited to continue with the great work that we've done over the last few years. And so I think it's been a really good start.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good. That's important. And so a couple of things to mention this morning as you're here with us and celebrate some of your successes already with the new year just underway. And so one of those is your soccer team, right?
Yeah. So, obviously fall, maybe not obviously, but fall sports have kicked off.
Right.
And, our Farmington High Lady Scorps won the Tiger Shootout, so congratulations to them. And they beat our crosstown rival, Piedra Vista. So really good. Good start to the year.
Very good, very good.
Farmington Lady Scorps.
Lots of smiling faces in that photo for our
sure.
video audiences to enjoy. So congrats to them and their coach.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Frost. He actually, I don't know if it's on our Facebook posts or I think it was maybe on the Lady Soccer's, but he's joined us as a teacher this year. So we're excited to have him.
Okay, very, very good. Congrats to them. Also, PV.
Yeah, so the boys, we flipped the script.
There you go.
The Panthers did on the Farmington High boys. Won in I think it ended scoreless, came down to penalty kicks, and Panthers pulling off a 5-4 victory, with penalty kicks. So great competition. We obviously thank Aztec for inviting us to the Tiger Shootout, and we're happy to come away with a couple champions.
There you go. Congratulations again to your students and coaches there as well. Mock interview event. This was another event that you had to teach your students a little bit how to, I guess, compose themselves during an interview, maybe for jobs and things.
Yeah, this is fun. They hosted the mock interviews at our central office,
right?
And if you follow our Facebook post, Roberto here did a great job, and Lauren, of highlighting the event, along with can't say enough about Liz Galvan and Milo McMinn for the time and effort and energy they put into lining these students up, not only teaching them how to prepare for an interview and get ready to enter the workforce, but placing them in work-based learning opportunities and internships. I think we had 96 students from across the district participate that day. And I know it's well over, I think it's in the 120, 130 range that will be placed at sites throughout the year. So I've said it before, thanks to our community for opening their doors to us, to our students, to give them this invaluable experience. And it's a really cool event.
Very good. Very congrats to them, and great skills to have to continue on, right?
Yeah, and I would love for all of our students to participate. So we're going to continue to push for that, and the more experience they can get, whether it be in our CTE programs or work-based learning, internships. Good stuff.
Yeah, very much so. Congrats to them. And then Celebrity Crossing Guard Day. I was sad that I missed my opportunity because I was out of town on my day, but you still got a bunch of folks to help out with crossing guard duties.
Yeah, well, and we'll make sure we get you on the list for next year.
Okay.
But,
all right.
Yeah, so special thanks to folks at the city, Chief Sterrett from the fire department. We had Michelle Meyering from our Boys and Girls Club. We have a great partnership with them throughout the year. The Mayor Nate Duckett, Jamie Church, president of the chamber, and our board president, Mr. Keith Corley.
Nice,
so,
very good.
And you, a great week.
And you,
I did.
You were out there. Did you do better this year?
I think I didn't get yelled at as much, but Dale Bodie wasn't there, so that probably helped.
Maybe it
did. I think they put me with the traffic light, so that helps too, right?
That would help. Right.
So, no, and I told Roberto, I said, you need to give me a smaller vest. It looked like I was swimming in that thing, but it's so much fun, and just to interact with the students, and I need to do it more often than I do. So it's good times. But
a great opportunity. And again, a great reminder for drivers, again, that school's in session. Watch out for those school zones. Slow down, especially when kids are coming and leaving school. That's important.
It is. And, I want to thank Dale Bodie and his team for and working with the city, obviously, for the school zones, and they're automated now, so that's helpful. And then our crossing guard staff that come every day, and I think it's probably another one of those thankless jobs, but I thank them so much for keeping our students safe, and they do a really good job, and they're committed to our students and families and keeping them safe. So
very true. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very, very true. So, and thanks to all those volunteers who showed up to again help out a little bit and raise the awareness. This is something that you're going to have to explain this photo to me, Mr. Diehl, but you had a celebration at Apache Elementary School.
Yeah, so Apache's one of our community schools, and they're doing some amazing things to involve their students, their families, their communities, but even student voice, right? And so I think I was reading on their Facebook page yesterday about a second grader advocating for more recess. Really cool stuff. And they have Playworks there, but this particular picture, they celebrated students who had perfect attendance since the start of the school, and they had a little extra recess time, and we had some adults put on some cool little costumes. And
Right. I see a
have a little
unicorn
fun.
and a chicken and I don't know what else I see on the picture, but there you go.
Good time.
It was what, like 90% of your students had perfect attendance at
Yeah.
Apache, I think
Yeah.
is what it says. So good for them, and that's a great number.
Yeah, they're doing really good stuff over there, and involving families and their community. That I'm excited.
Yeah, very, very true. You've got an outstanding biology teacher award.
Yeah, so 2025 outstanding biology teacher across the state of New Mexico. So yes, right here at San Juan College High School, Miss Gazy Deka, who she's amazing. Yeah, I was talking to Mr. Martinez, and yeah, she's some of her students went to some national competitions. The board approved at the end of last year, so amazing things happening here at San Juan College High School with Miss Deka and her students, and well-deserved honor.
Very good. And she's been with the district for 11 years.
Yeah, and she's been at San Juan College High School the whole time that it's been open. So she was previously at Piedra Vista High School. So we are lucky to have her.
Very good. Congratulations. Nice to see that awarded and recognized by
Yeah.
peers in the state, I would think.
Yeah, across the state. So really, really good stuff.
Yeah, very good. You've got a New Mexico Indian Education Advisory Council member.
Yeah, and so Dr. Geraldine Garrity, who is our Director of Native American Programs for the district, we're blessed to have her as well. She's a great liaison for us, Farmington Municipal Schools, and working with the Navajo Nation and our students, our Native American students, not just with the Navajo Nation, but all of our students who are represented by different pueblos and
Right.
tribes. So she was appointed or recommended by President Boo Nygren, and so it's definitely an incredible honor for her. And we appreciate the work that she does, and like I said, with our tribal consultations, and she's definitely a good support for our students here in Farmington Schools.
Nice.
And she does a great job.
So she was appointed to this New Mexico Indian Education Advisory Council to give advice, I guess,
Yeah.
at a state level, I guess,
Yep.
for policies across the state.
Yep. So it plays an important role in helping improve the Native American or education for our Native American students. And she works with the state Secretary of Education for the Navajo Nation, and and of course the Public Education Department. So
Yeah.
good stuff.
Nice to have some local representation at the state level.
We love to have a seat at the table, and every time we have that opportunity, we take it. And so we certainly support this nomination, and we're happy to be at the table.
Yeah,
for sure.
Very good. Congratulations. Oh, pardon me. Well, come on. There we go. Excuse me. You've got some of your attendance alerts. We've talked about that before, I think. Some of
Yeah.
the way you're using AI and technology to alert parents.
Yeah, we did. We talked about this last year a little bit, and Dr. Chris Jones, who was the principal at Heights Middle School last year, is now works for us with us at the central office as our director of support services, and we're actually expanding. So last year we used the ED attendance alerts at Piedra Vista High School, Farmington High, and Rosanate, and now we've expanded it across all of our schools in the district. So yeah, it's very simple, right? So when a student is marked absent, parent receives a text message within minutes. They can reply directly, and there's a conversation that can go back and forth. They're able to, as you see there, upload if the student is at the dentist. It's been a really good tool for us because it allows our folks, instead of making phone calls, there's some of these attendance alerts that get flagged,
Right.
and so we're able to intervene. If we have students that the parent is reaching out, that they're a student in crisis or in need, we can make referrals to social workers, counselors. If there are academic issues, we can support those students. So it digs deep into why students are missing and how we get to support them better. Whereas before, it was really it was just an automated call, and we weren't having that two-way communication. So it's been very powerful, and I look for for it only to improve now with Dr. Jones dedicated to really monitoring our absences and students who are chronically absent. So
Gotcha. And this is at all schools now.
this is going to be at all schools. Yep. So across the district.
Parents of younger students may start getting these text messages
right.
if their student is absent. And I guess if a parent didn't expect their student to be absent, that also starts a conversation.
Yeah, for sure. And, in our old system, a parent might get a call at the end of the day saying your student missed school. Well, if they didn't know and they're gone all day, it's a big time gap there, right?
Sure.
When this is immediate, so it's really good.
Yeah, very true. And
especially
again,
for our younger students.
and this is not an addition of staff. This is actually technology that's doing these.
That's right.
These communication, correct, and reporting back to staff.
Exactly, and so it actually frees up our staff to, like I said, to intervene and really drill down to. 90% of the absences are for
An appointment or whatever, right? Yeah,
right.
sure.
But there are some absences where, like I said, they get flagged, and we're able to dig a little deeper into why students are missing and how do we support them.
Sure. Right. What do they need?
Yep.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very cool. Use of technology. We've seen drone pictures of your Mesa Verde playground, I think.
Yeah. Before you move on, though, I want to go back to that slide. If you could. So we're also using this tool and we've expanded it, and we talked a little bit about this last year, but EDIA with our
for math.
For math, yeah. And so just want to say that we've pushed it back down a little bit, even further into our 4th and 5th grade, and we're working with EDIA to even. They don't have the solution yet to push it even lower. So the great thing about this, and as a former math teacher, I can assign problems, and students are getting immediate feedback with some AI support. Whereas if I assign problems to my 25 students and then I have to collect them and grade them, the student might not be getting feedback for a day or 2 days,
right?
Whatever that looks like. And this is immediate and 2 ways. Student can go back and forth and ask questions. So another powerful tool that we're using with EDIA.
So it's separate from attendance. This is dealing with math students in those grade levels, and it's more of an interactive back and forth kind of AI coach, if you would.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I'm getting immediate feedback as a student on a problem, and I can even ask it questions, whether I type it or verbally. So
right.
Really, really good stuff. Hopefully we'll see some big focus of ours this year is math.
Sure.
Yep.
And as a student that had trouble with math, I would think that would maybe cut down on the frustration level if I can get help immediately for a problem that I'm getting wrong or not getting the right answer, just stuck on what to do.
Yeah. And, this is the world we're moving to, and I don't want anybody to think for a second that it replaces the teacher and the relationships that we build with our students, because it doesn't.
Right.
But it enables our students to receive some immediate feedback.
I guess another tool
Yes.
that teacher then has and the
Correct.
district has for these students.
Yep.
So, got it. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yep.
Now I'll move on to your Mesa Verde playground.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, right?
It's all good.
This is exciting. New playground equipment at Mesa Verde.
Yeah, so in our last bond, 5 years ago, we replaced all of our elementary playgrounds, and we were holding off on Mesa Verde because they were in the works of we were trying to build a new school at Mesa Verde, and we still are. Mm-hmm. So we worked with the playground company architects to place it in a location in which we can keep it if and when we do build a new school.
I see, sure.
I want to give thanks to Isaac Gamboa, our executive director of operations, who said we need to do this for these students because they could go a whole elementary career while we wait for a new school without a new playground. And so special thanks to him and that department to push it forward. And they started the school year with a new playground, and very excited for them, and want to thank the PTO for chipping in at Mesa Verde, and we did a little bit with the Kellogg grant, but most of it through our bond. And I want to thank our community and our voters for continuing to support our schools.
That's important, and I guess that's a great example of how some of that money is used at different schools around the district. So
that's right. There
you go. Congrats to those kids, the Wildcats.
Yeah.
Get a new playground.
Yes,
there you are. You've got new HVAC at PV.
Yeah,
those aren't cheap either.
Huge project.
Right.
I think we're $10.5 million. Another thank you to our community for investing in our schools, and and of course our Public School Facility Authority, the PSFA, for supporting their part of that as well. So it's been good. I was in Piedra Vista yesterday. I was actually down in their commons area of the gym, and it was very comfortable.
Nice.
It was nice. Still trying to work out some kinks here and there, but I don't think people realize how hard it is to keep a school in that temperature range, when
all of the school.
Yeah. It's a big deal, and we do our best to try to ensure that our students are comfortable and are in an environment where they can learn. We know if it's too hot, it's a struggle. If it's too cold, it's a struggle. So you see it all over, especially this time of year. It's a big deal.
Sure.
It's hard to do,
right?
But they went really fast on this one. I thought it was going to extend into the year, but
they got it done
before.
before.
I told them you need to slow down. I don't have the bond money yet. But we'll figure it out, right?
You give them an IOU. You're good for it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
so
sure.
We'll figure it out.
There you go. Very good.
They've done a nice job.
Excellent. Well, and I know the maintenance of these buildings is really important because, again, as these buildings get older, and I'm a little concerned that a PV is 25 years old, but it is. And so when these things get replaced, though, I guess, again, it helps to keep them in good repair, and these HVAC systems are not cheap, as we mentioned, but if you're trying to find old parts for an old system, that gets really expensive, too, if you don't just do a replacement like this.
It does. I was at Farmington High a couple days ago, and we're having some heating or cooling issues with the rooms being a little hot in a couple areas, and I think the replacement or to get it back where it needs to be, and the other thing is the supply chain, right? It's very slow right now, and I think that we're looking at $50,000 to $75,000 on a part that's less than 10 years old, or a school that's less than 10 years old. So it's certainly not cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
But that is what it is.
And I'll once again throw a shout out to our operations department and the way they maintain and keep our schools. We don't get down on that list very often to build new ones because of the great job that they do. So every time we do an upgrade like this, whether it's a systems upgrade, it keeps our schools in a high enough rating where they don't fall below where they'll provide funding for a new school. So a little good and bad,
right?
But we want to ensure that our students come to a building that's safe, secure, and comfortable to learn.
There you go. Very good. Well, big job, and congrats to that. Some of the things that are going on. You were involved with the Farmington Museum recently. Asked, I think, for some input on a exhibit they're working on.
Yeah, so they asked for community input, and Roberto went one night, and I went one night. It was actually a pretty interesting an event, right? Or
nice.
How they were gathering input from the community. It's going to be a few years probably before it's done, but it's going to be a really cool piece of the museum. I can't remember. It's about 5,000 square feet in the Farmington Museum. I can't remember the name of the room, but yeah, so they have a design firm, but I want to, thanks for our school systems, and what we do across Farmington is just a bigger part of it as everything else. So I want to thank them for inviting us.
Nice, very good. They're working on this exhibit called The Story of Farmington. At least that's the working title right now. So they're trying to get, I think, stories and ideas from folks like yourself and of some of the history and current situation in Farmington. So that's important. Some other things going on. You're working with the public education department in the state.
Yeah, so with the Martinez-Yazzie lawsuit, they worked with the Lano Foundation, the public education department, and they held community meetings to gather community input. So that was a couple weeks ago. So that was always appreciate the opportunity to collaborate and try to improve our systems and try to improve the education for our students.
Sure.
I believe that Farmington Municipal Schools has always done a really good job of meeting the needs of all of our students and all of our subgroups and populations. But as always, we can always do better.
Right. And that's part of this big statewide lawsuit, if I remember, about education for Native American and other student groups, I think, too. Yeah. And so the idea is to try to resolve some of this and get some maybe funding out to the districts? Fully
fund those subgroups and programs, whether it's a bilingual program, even down to our federal programs or IDEA, right? So our special education programs as well. So
got it.
I don't think schools will ever be fully funded, right? So we make do with what we have, and our teachers are very committed to providing the best education possible for our students, regardless of where they come from and who they are.
Got it. Very good. But this conversation is moving forward.
Yes.
It sounds like to me.
I think they got another week or two left of, and I think the plan has to be in place by early October. So
Okay. We'll see how that goes.
we'll see.
Very good. Farmington Municipal Schools now phone free. That's the new policy, I guess, right?
Yeah. So with legislation across the state, and it's been helpful that it was in legislation. But one of the great things, I haven't had any phone calls to our office.
Really?
No. Schools have done a good job, and most importantly, students have done a really nice job. I've been at all of our secondary schools where it was really more prevalent than obviously elementaries. The middle schools, it's pretty simple. They all have a locker. They put them in.
Okay.
But at the high schools, it's really good to see students interacting with one another, looking at each other in the eye and having conversation when maybe the last few minutes of a class, if the assignments are finished, picking up a book and reading versus picking up my phone and TikToking. So I think it's been a really positive start. I've been at Farmington High, and they have signs all over, disconnect to reconnect. So in all of our schools, we have that type of messaging, and I think it's going to be a really positive thing for our students, not only academically, but socially as well.
Gotcha. Sure. Have you heard anything back from your teachers yet on this new policy?
Yeah, it's... I was at Farmington High a couple days, the first week of school, maybe a couple weeks ago, but I had an English teacher. I felt like she was almost in tears in the sense of how, refreshed she was or motivated that students, what I just said, were actually having conversations, reconnecting with one another. When they had finished assignment earlier, going over to the bookshelf and grabbing a book and reading. So, nothing but positives.
Good. Very good. Well, good luck with that. Keep us updated on how that new policy goes. And then some news from the Board of Education.
Yeah, so we just adopted a policy at our board did last month in terms of how we communicate with our families and how often we communicate with our families in regards to student progress. And this, to me, goes beyond a report card, beyond a progress report, beyond a grade. We need to do a much better job of informing our parents and guardians when a student is struggling, or even when they need enrichment, right? So we assess students regularly, for example, at our elementary schools in regards to literacy around iStation. Those scores should be reported to parents, not to really for their support. Here's where your student is, and here's how you can help. So we're going to do a much better job of communicating with our families in regards to how their students are doing. We can't do it without them.
Sure, right. And this is coming from the board.
Yeah,
right.
In partnership, obviously, with we've done a really nice job of communicating progress.
Right.
So we're upping the ante a little bit and including it every 3 weeks, and I believe it was every 4.5 to 5, mid quarter. So we're more often.
Right.
And then the board is in support for sure.
Gotcha. Well, and you're here every month, so there's that.
Yes.
There's a radio show.
Yeah.
So there is that as well. Very good. Last little note here, but you still got some openings maybe on staff?
We do, and I think that's always the case in schools. Mr. Parentoni, our new executive director of human resource, we'll have to have him come and visit the radio. He's been here before.
He has in a different capacity. True.
Capacities. But he's done a really nice job of streamlining some things, and I wish I had the number in front of me. I apologize, I don't, but we have a handful of teaching openings, so much better, and nothing that anybody's done, but with our enrollment decreasing a little bit, we obviously don't need as many teachers, and so things like that. But they've done a nice job, but we will always have openings, and no matter what you want to do, whether it's bus drivers, we always need bus drivers, custodians, food service folks, so operation type things as well.
Sure. FarmingtonSchools.us is the place to go.
FarmingtonSchools.us.
Okay, there you go. Check it all out, and some of the other things going on as well. Very good, Mr. Diehl. I always appreciate you being here. We have run out of time. It's almost like you timed it out
There you
to
go.
just fill the time. So it's amazing. But great to have you here. I'm glad the school year is off to a great start. And thanks for your commitment to be here every month to talk with me, or at least send someone from the district to talk to me about what's going on.
I appreciate you continuing to invite us.
You bet.
And let us celebrate. And I'll leave it like I always do. Thanks to our community, our first responders, our police department, our fire department, our city for supporting our schools, and most importantly, our families and school boards. So thank you so much.
There you go. Great to have you here. Superintendent Cody Diehl from Farmington Schools, my guest this morning here on KSJE.
Those job interviews with bots feel even worse in a frozen labor market. From American Public Media, this is Market